What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another day in Car Mechanic Simulator with me, the Virtual Mechanic, and today's beautiful project, the new mod coming very, very soon to the Steam Workshop from Payne. This is the Ford Mustang, the mid-era Mustang, I want to call it, the Foxbody Mustang. Beautiful, beautiful looking car. It isn't my favourite Mustang, I will be honest, but I do still love a Mustang regardless. Absolutely incredible. Cannot wait for this. It's coming out on September the 3rd. Which is when it'll be available for everybody on the Steam Workshop. At least that's where it stands at the moment, according to Payne. It's a bit of a beauty-looking thing. The model we've gone for today is Payne's illustrious 777 edition. I always enjoy these ones. Lots of power, ready to take on the track, and normally a wide body if they're available. Looking pretty good. We got ours from the auction house, as per usual. It's in incredibly, incredibly bad condition. I haven't seen anything this low in quite some time. But I like it because it gives us something to do. Did we get a good deal? Absolutely not, but only by 62 credits, so I will take that. I bought it for 2,027, and we could sell it for 1,965, losing out on 62 credits before we begin. Now, the engine currently in this one is the V8 single overhead cam FME engine, and we are going to be swapping that to the beautiful V8 Ford Coyote engine. I think that's going to be very fitting for this build, so we're going to look forward to that one later. But it does also make sense as there is no engine in there anyway, so we have to fully build one up anyway. We might as well build up something new. This is what we're going to be working on today. I'm definitely looking forward to this one. I'm not sure if there's any liveries or anything like that with it, so we'll check all of this out as we go on. But let's get this beast started. Let's get it over to the car wash. Let's get it cleaned up. In the car wash with the Mustang, let's get it clean and see what colours underneath all of this dust and grime. There is a lot of it on this car. It is absolutely filthy. And the car itself is incredibly rusty. Body kit, not so much. But there we go. Look at all the rust on there. That is awful. But there we are. Let's get the rest of the interior all done. Get this beast back on the lifter. Start stripping everything down. Obviously, there's no engine, so we do have to build a brand new one of them back up. But then we can start getting this beast all back together, ready to tear up the drag strip. Fingers crossed, hopefully, a little bit later on. There's no engine, there's definitely no oil pan. So let's just get on and see what we've got going on underneath here. There's only one wheel missing, which implies to me that we're not missing too much from the suspension. Although we are missing everything from the engine and engine bay. But there we go. We don't have to pull out the engine, the suspension. But we do have a few bits missing. There's drive shaft missing, gearbox missing, starters missing, all of the exhaust missing, fuel tanks missing, fuel pumps missing, all of the engine bay. But as regards to the suspension, by the looks of it, we're only missing a few little bits. Why can I see that front? Oh, I can also see that front side. There we go. Just a few little bits from the suspension, which we'll sort out a little bit later on. But let's get this beast back down on the ground. Don't even know why I put it up in the air. We want to jump into the engine bay because there is one piece in here, which is the wishy-washy reservoir just hiding away. Then we are missing the battery, the coolant reservoir, the radiator, the power steering reservoir, the air filter, the ECU, brake servo, all of the exhaust, I've already said, a fuel tank and fuel pump, and I think that might be everything in there. There is quite a lot missing. Only thing that we do have is our lovely wishy-washy reservoir, which was already empty and at full. That was 100% where? That was bizarre. Maybe it was added in a bit later on. I'm not sure, but there we go. That's what we're going to be working with today. I need to sort out everything that is absolutely missing from this, and there is a lot. So we need to sort out this entire engine bay, apart from that wishy-washy reservoir. Sort out all of the suspension. Make sure we've got all the gearbox and everything like that ready for this beast to all go back together. Next time you see this one, we'll be stripping this bodywork off, getting it ready to put back together and go into the paint shop. That's everything repaired, replaced, or upgraded, ready to go back on our Foxbody Mustang. And, well, nothing was repaired. Everything was replaced or upgraded, apart from that wishy-washy reservoir. But let's get on. We need to strip this body off. So let's just get going. Off with the hood, off with the front bumper and the side fenders, which was pretty much everything. Loving that. Out you come. Out with the door. Is that going to be a piece that's going to let me take? It doesn't look like it. And maybe we have to get it from somewhere else. I'm not sure. Let's keep going around and figure this out. No light. Out with that tail light. We will take that license plate off. What else have we got here? Keep going around. Fender, out you come. Have we got one of these on the other side? No, that was already gone. I'm sure that this roll cage is part of the bodywork, but I'm not sure. So let's get in and let's just get this steering wheel off of here. And then let's see if there's anything else. I'm sure there should be. Rear right door. Rear right. We're on the right side, aren't we? Rear right door. Where? Oh, there we go. There we go. Little fuel door. Nice and easy. There we go. That is everything. 1% on there. Although I'm not sure, because I'm sure I've seen something in the body shop with the roll cage in it. But there we go. 1% on there. Frames at 9%. And I bought the car for a tiny little bit over 2,000. So I'm not really sure. I'm just going to go straight up with a... I'm going to go 750. 500. I was trying to say 500, but I changed my mind. Anyway, here is the Ford Mustang body shop. Now, this is why I was talking about the roll cage, because car part 1 does have a roll cage in it. Maybe this one's just got a built-in roll cage. It doesn't need any of this stuff. We will find out. But radio options, radio deletes, different radios, roll cages with radios, without radios, so on and so forth. Lots of stuff to go in there. Then we've got antennas. Then we've got trim pieces and exhausts. Front bumpers. Now, a lot of the labeling of thumbnails, thumbnails still needs to be done. But I'm not sure if this is all fully labeled. It does say used with different hoods and stuff like that if you need to, or what the particular type is, the GTLX. So it is well labeled in there. Black horse badge. I'm hoping we can get that on ours. That's going to look pretty cool. Front end. Oh, there's another front end one there. I forgot what year ours is. 84, I think. So none of them. None of them? None of them. And one of these ones, maybe. I want to use that. Hopefully we'll be able to use that. Different colour interior. Red interior, blue interior, grey interior. Black interior, manual windows, power windows, so on and so forth. What else have we got? Windows with a little bit of fenders on there as well. Oh, I missed a page. Front fenders, and then obviously with arches, wide body, so on and so forth. With GT style skirts like that. Just more information on there. Matt Farah's SSP. I'm probably saying that name wrong. I do apologise. Wide body. I believe that's what we're on. I'm not 100% sure. We'll have to figure it out as we go. More doors, more windows, more front fenders. Then we've got hood options. Loads of hood options on this one. Really liking that. Then we've got rear windows or body windows, whatever you want to call them. Different styles, all 84 to 80, still not all, but there we go, lots of them. Loads and loads of different headlights to play around with, different mirrors, tail lights, rear bumpers. There is a lot on this one. Rear clamshells, there's a few of them to play around with on there. Use on any trunk, rear clamshell queue. Okay, fair enough, that's something different. Rear right door, just the one of them. We don't need any others. Lots more fenders, trims, different colours. I like that. Notch back, oh, that's the different style back. But with chrome trim, painted trim, it's only good to say black trim. Hopefully we'll find one or something along those lines, or paintable, and we will make it work. Then we're on to the trunks. There is a few options for trunks on there, like in that. Then more styles of trunks for the different fitting. And then rear windows, lots of stuff, little spoiler and some louved vents on there as well. And then, obviously, the windshields as well. Quite a lot in there to unpack. So there we go. As I said, we didn't manage to repair anything apart from that wishy-washy reservoir. That's the only thing we had in there that could go back on this vehicle. Will it be the same with the bodywork? Doesn't matter. We're going to get it all back together, looking awesome, and then get this beast into the paint shop. Let's get this notchback Foxbody Mustang all back together, looking awesome in that wide body kit. So the front bumper is front bumper P, and it says what you can use it with. We are using, just double checking, we are using everything as it says there, just making sure. So it just says to go for an 84 to 86 hood. We did, but went for a 79 to 82 style hood scoop. Looking awesome on there. Headlights, again, 84 to 86. We just picked a set of them that we liked. We went for the H's. For the fenders, it says you can only use these, the 90 to 93 DTM, which are the wide body fender Qs, which bring it massively out. Looking absolutely awesome in there. Loving that. Then if we go on to here, if we just go on to car part 2, it is a little antenna piece. There's a few options. We went for a little stubby antenna, because why not? This car should definitely be connected electronically, as it is a drag machine. For the windshield, we just went for the windshield B with a little striped bar on top there. And then for car part 3, we went for car part 3, the first one, because it looks like it's a coloured trim. So whatever colour we paint the body, that will be the same colour. We may come back and adjust the colour of that later on, just to make it stand out a little bit. For the doors, we stuck with the ones that are on there. No interior colours, because this is a race car, so it's just got that aluminium panel on there, effectively. Looking awesome. Mirrors, we kept them as they were, just the little stubby black ones. And then we've got no side trim on the windows, and the left body window, 84 to 86 notchback. Looking good. Then for this part here, the rear right fender, we went for the 84 to 86 notchback. There's a few options, chrome, not chrome. Two of them seem to be coming out the same, so we just stuck with this one. It keeps it quite dark. Again, hopefully it will body paint when we paint. but we'll see what turns out. Maybe we'll have to paint it again a little bit later on. Rear window. Now, do be careful when you're buying this one. The notchback has a rear window. The other style, can't remember what you want to call it, has a trunk window. So there's two different styles. Make sure you don't buy the wrong one like I did. There we go. Notchback windshield with a little bit of dark trim around there. Windshield, rear window. Trunk is the notchback one with no badges on there. And then we did go for a big old spoiler, only used on notchback. Looking pretty awesome, and it's carbon fiber. Looking good on there. For the rear bumper, we kept it as it was, that DTM rear bumper with the cutout 4, car part 4, which is the shiny chrome exhaust on there. Looking very nice. Let's just get that fuel door on because there's no options for that one. It's just the one. For the tail lights, we went for these louvered ones. I just think they look cool, and they're a little bit tinted, so a bit darker in there. Looking nice. Round to the other side. Let's just get all of this finished off. In you go, in you go, in you go, in you go, and on you go there. And I think that should be everything, but I'm not 100%. So let's get in and sort this interior out. We kept the same steering wheel 7, and the beautiful GW 500 seats, which we will obviously be applying some colour to later on. Last bit to go is our license plates. We've gone for the VM plates with Dark Horse, because this is going to be a dark horse. This is an insane Mustang. I absolutely love it. Oh, and we have forgotten a piece. There we go. Front end. This piece was what originally came on this build, so I didn't need to worry about it. The black horse badge on there, or the dark horse, as we should definitely call it. There we go. Is that everything, though? Did we do a rear plate? I forgot. We did. There we go. Let's just see if we've got everything into normal mode. Not quite that screen, but there we go. 100%, 100%, 100%. Fantastic. Let's get this beast into the paint shop. See what we can do with it. Here we are then in the paint shop with the beautiful dark horse, and I really like this factory color on it. Actually, it looks amazing. Or the current color on it, is it the same? I reckon it'll be like a different type of finish, like a metallic or something, but there we go. I really like that. But let's check out the liveries in slot number 1. What have we got? The DTM in 1992 race car style. A few little sponsor liveries on there, a couple of little bits up there, Recaro on the front fenders, a little bit down at the front there, Phillips Car Systems, looking quite nice. Not what we're looking for today or aiming for, but still quite cool. Then we've got the DTM track car. I see that's got a little bit more, few more bits going on there. Bigger blue Recaro up there. Oh, and what's this? Precision Pills. Oh, I'm assuming that's some kind of lager. I don't know, but there we go. That's looking quite nice, but again, not what we're after today. Slot number 3. Okay, we want to change it into a bit of a dark. This is a two-tone. It doesn't quite work with this particular body style because of the over fenders there. You can't really see the grey running all the way across, but there we go. Next one, LX Stripe. We want to go into a bright colour for that one. It just does on this model with the front bumper and the rear bumper trim. You see there in a black, instead of all the way down the side over the fenders and stuff like that. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's the particular door, but there we go. Still quite nice. Next slot. What have we got? Let's keep going. Salem Blue Stripes. Okay, there we go. At least it goes over the new fenders on there. That's quite nice. Does it add anything else? Doesn't look like it. Then what have we got? Blue stripes with the trim. Okay, so the same front and black trim with the blue stripes. Okay, pretty cool. Then what have we got? Gold stripes. Nice. And then is it gold stripes with black trim as well? It is indeed. Then what have we got? Grey stripes. They might go with what we're going to aim for, the colour-wise. And then grey stripes with the black. I'm not interested in the bit of trim on there. Then we've got more blue stripes. So they've actually got like the Saline S in them sort of thing. With the black trim. Yep. And then gold. And then gold with the black trim. There we go. And then grey. And grey with the black trim. And then that's all of them. I think, although we're not really Saline fans here, let's go back to the grey stripes without the trim. Running a little bit slow. Bear with me a second. Grey stripes. Oh, we've gone too far. Gold stripes with trim. Grey stripes, no trim. A bit of blue in there by the looks of that, but it still looks quite good. Then let's go to the factory colours. I would love to do a full black on black. No, I think it'd be too much. Is it that one? I want it a bit lighter. Oh, see, it is meant to be metallic. That's the one. But I don't think I'm going to go for metallic. I think I'm going to go for a pearl and maybe make it a little bit darker because that's a little bit too bright. Let's go down to about 50. Is that good? I quite like that. With grey body, lots of black accents on there. I'm going to go through and double make sure all of this trim is blacked out, looking good. That piece is already all right on the rear window there. I just want this not to be body colored. I want that black. So we're going to go for a change that. Make sure all of the trim around the edges is all in a lovely black. Maybe add a bit more black here. Maybe see if we can add a little bit of carbon fiber to the front and rear bumper. And some black on these louvered covers, I think, for the lights. And see if we can change this at all. That's what the goal is. Let's see how well we do. Let's get this beast painted. On you go. Looking absolutely fantastic. Loving that one. I'm going to get everything painted, all the little accessories and things like that. Next time you see this beast, it'll be back on the lifter and all ready to go. That's everything painted on the beautiful Foxbody Mustang. Looking absolutely incredible. A couple of bits have changed. We've got obviously a bit of black on them tail lights from the louvres there, looking good. I did try and change a few other bits. We'll talk about them in a minute. We've got these beautiful mirrors in a carbon fiber now on either side, looking quite nice. And these headlights are a lot darker than they were before. Liking them. We just jump into photo mode so we can just go inside real quick. You'll be able to see these seats look lovely in that grey and black on there, looking fantastic. And then the steering wheel, exactly the same in grey and black. A few little red accents on the interior there. Something we may be playing around with a little bit later on. Now to some of the stuff that I did change and then changed back because it went horribly wrong. In fact, I'll show you one more piece. This trim on here has been changed to a full black because this piece here went body coloured and I wasn't a big fan of it. So we changed it to black, but look at the finish on it. It looks absolutely awful. I mean, luckily this is only a trim piece and you can't really see it unless you're right up in its face. But there we go. Also, this trim around here, that's also been done in black and it's got the same finish as that on it, which I was really disappointed by. I couldn't get rid of it. I didn't know how to stop it from happening. So sadly, that is that. But then when I went to change these bits here to carbon fiber, which I did do, and it looked absolutely incredible, it left that rubbish finish on the end of the trim there all around the rest of this front bumper, and it looked absolutely awful, and there was nothing I could do about it. So I changed it back. Sadly, we can't have these bits in carbon fiber because it ruins the finish on that. Up you go, Foxbody Mustang. Let's get some of the suspension all together. We got black shocks, red springs, and black caps at the front there. Looking very nice. Off you come of the stand. Cannot wait to get this in because the rest of the underside is going to look pretty good. So let's get on. You'll be able to see there is going to be some clipping with this, but there we go. I did swap the engine, so it's my fault. It's front suspension cross members in that beautiful, beautiful grey. And now we're going to crack on and get some clips of the rest of this all going in, both front and back. And then we'll talk about it all in just a little while. That's most of the suspension done. And just a couple of bits that I couldn't reach to go in at the back here. The bearing and the drive axle. Nice and easy. What do you think? Grey, black, and a little bit of red. Nothing too over the top. Mostly just that grey and black. If the bushings are in black, they're red bushings. If they're in grey, they're black bushings. I quite like it. I think it looks pretty good. Let's have a look at the front then. Same principle. Grey, black, and a little bit of that red. Just the bushings in red, springs, and that brake caliper as well. Looking very good at the front. I'm liking that. What do you think? Do let me know in the comments down below. But let's crack on. We've got the beautiful fuel tank, which we've done in the grey, and the fuel pump in a cheeky black on there. And then we're going to crack on and get the rest of the other side of the suspension all finished before going and building that beautiful Coyote Ford engine. All finished with the Mustang suspension, looking good in grey, black, and a few splashes of that tiny little bit of red on there, looking fantastic. We've also got the fuse box in the cheeky little black, but let's crack on and get the rest of this engine bay all together, starting with the power steering reservoir, the coolant reservoir, the wishy-washy reservoir, and then the brake servo. Just tucked in down here, we've got the Stage 3 ECU Type A. Fuse box already just in a cheeky black. Then we've got the air filter in a black as well. In you go, in you go. And on you go with that lid with some beautiful red clips around this beast around the outside. Looking fantastic. Just for a splash more of that red inside the engine bay. Oh, I misclicked there. Let's get on to you. And then let's move on to this radiator. In you go. We've done the radiator in that grey. Obviously, it's hard to tell because it starts in a silvery colour anyway. Fan housing kits in carbon fibre, with the radiator fan just in the grey, looking good on there. Battery tray, that's just in a cheeky black. Then we've got the battery. Then we've got the lovely tray bracket, which is the Ford one, but we have done it in a full black, so it's hard to read the Ford on it this time. With the little side pieces just in a chromed out black on the sides there, looking very nice. There we go. That's all of the engine bay sorted and looking pretty good. Let's get on, though, and let's go and build that beautiful V8 engine. Looking absolutely fantastic in here. We've already got both engine heads almost fully done. The block is just in a straight-up black. The oil pan's in that grey, and the heads are also in the grey, looking pretty good. That side's already in, so let's crack on and get this side all finished. We've got 4 camshaft caps for each camshaft. So 8 on each side, 2 camshafts, nice and easy. So 4 camshafts in total, 16 camshaft caps, 4 spark plugs each side, so 8 in total. Then you've got a cam gear on the end with a timing chain connecting them, connected to, obviously, another cam gear on there, with a big old timing chain going down to the bottom, and a cheeky little shoe on there, just for good measure. There we go, obviously mirrored perfectly on the other side. Let's get the big old timing cover on, in that fantastic grey on there, looking beautiful. In you go, and all bolted up. Nice and easy. Let's get the water pump on in a cheeky little black. Crankshaft pulley is also in a black on there. The alternator's in a black, looking good. And then we also have that power steering pump, also cheeky black over there as well. Looking nice. Power steering water pump pulley on top is in a grey. Just to add a splash more of something different in the colour. With the idle roller, just in a little red, because why not? Then we've got a blacked out belt on top of there, with another cheeky little red idle roller, and then the second belt going on the other side. In you go, with just a blacked out belt tensioner on there as well. Very nice. Let's move on up. The head covers, these are, it says white, they're definitely not white. They are in carbon fibre. I guess it's because I didn't actually pick a colour for it. We just went with the base colour, which I guess is white. There we go, but looking nice in carbon fibre. Let's get all the ignition coils on. In you go, and in you go there. Then we've got a coil cover on top, which is in red and carbon fibre. Just the lettering and the bars in that red. Everything else in the carbon fibre. Looking nice. Let's get around to the other side. Let's get it all up to the same space. The head's all up to the same place. Looking fantastic. I'm really liking that red on the carbon fibre there. Oil filter is just in a cheeky grey down the back. The fuel filter is in a cheeky red up there. Then we've got that intake manifold for the Coyote engine in that beautiful grey. Looking fantastic on there. Then we've got a cheeky throttle, which is in the black and a splash of red. Just for good measure, looking beautiful. In you go. Then we've got the fuel rails, which are red and black. Also the same colour as the throttle. Looking very nice. And then the engine cover on top is in carbon fibre and red. And then you've got the grey piping through the middle. Looking beautiful on there. Loving that. Exhaust manifolds just in a very, very shiny metal black on there. Looking very nice. The rest of the exhaust is also in the same colour. And hopefully it's going to look pretty good on the underside of the vehicle and sticking out the back a little bit. We shall find out in just a little while. There we go. Looking good on there. Let's get you off the stand. And let's get you dropped into our beautiful Fox-bodied Ford. In you go. And let's get that crane put away and see how good that engine looks. That's looking pretty special in there. Liking that. Plenty of red. The extra bit on the battery just there to show off. I've got a little bit of red sticking up there, and I'm not quite sure what it is. So let's go take a quick look. Is that the brake? Oh, that is the shocks sticking up through there. That makes sense. That's fine. Off we come from there. Looking pretty good. One thing I do have to change colour-wise is I do need to change this bit of pipe on the end here to a black. So I'm going to get that done. And then we'll come back and get the rest of the exhaust in. That's the extra bit painted. Let's get on and get this underside all finished. Starting with that wonderful gearbox in there, which is in grey and black. You obviously know which piece is going to come out grey. It's the same as usual. Looks pretty good today, though. I like that. In we go. Starters in a mix of grey and black. We kept it with this base black body and then just added a little bit of grey onto it there. Then we got all of that exhaust, as I said, was in that black. A little bit of clipping on there, but never mind. In you go and in you go. I reckon that's probably because we swapped it to the Coyote engine, in my honest opinion. I don't know, but there we go. All of that exhaust in that shiny black, looking good. Let's get the drive shaft. In you go, just in the cheeky grey to add a splash of colour for the underside. And then the last piece to go in before we take a quick walk out is putting that rear exhaust piece on, because that is part of the bodywork. But then let's go back in and go underneath and take a quick cheeky little walk out. It's very black under there. Plenty of greys shining up through with a few splashes of that red. And that fuel tank in grey in the back there. Looking nice. Back down you go. We've just got the wheels to do, windows to top up, liquids to get done. Then we can get this beautiful Fox-bodied, a beautiful 777 edition Mustang outside in the sun. Well, there she is then, the beautiful Foxbody Mustang, or the Dark Horse, as we've been calling it. It's officially the 777 edition, a version of this Mustang, looking fantastic. And I love these officially grey saline stripes, even though they definitely look a little bit blue. But they fit with this grey and black body really well. But let's talk about these rims. I went for the rim at 3 for this one today. The fronts here are an 18-inch rim with a 305 width, a 30 profile, and ET of 20, just to bring them out into that wide body kit, looking fantastic. Down the back, very similar size, but not quite the same. Still an 18-inch rim, but these are 315, so just a little bit wider in the width. Still 30 profile, and these need ET of 30 to bring these ones all the way out for the wide body at the rear. Looking fantastic. Loving this. I think it looks beautiful. Excellent work by Payne. There will be a link going into the description at some time in the near future, as this mod doesn't come out until September the 3rd, I believe. But let's jump in. I love these seats. Check out this interior. It's looking beautiful in here. I believe this interior is fixed for this particular version, which is the 777 edition. Basic dashboard, roll cage running through it, a couple of switches on the side, and a few gauges. That's all you need. You don't even need door handles, but you do need a gear lever. So there we go. Let's get this Coyote engine started and see what she sounds like. We heard the Coyote engine at the release of the Ford DLC, but I don't think we've really heard it since. Maybe once or twice, I'm not sure. But let's give it some gas. Beautiful sounding at the top end. I cannot wait to get this beast onto the drag strip. Speaking of which, let's get over to the dyno, see what its horsepower is and what its drag rating will be. On the dyno with the Coyote-powered Ford Mustang 777, the Dark Horse, the Foxbody Mustang, whatever you want to call this beast. 881 factory power from that Coyote engine. How much have we added today? And what's his drag rating? A gain of 1,048 horsepower, 119% gained. Absolutely incredible. Bringing us up to just under 2,000 horsepower, 1,929 horsepower. That is mental gains from this beautiful Coyote-powered Mustang. With a drag rating of very high in the top end, 999, but I think we all saw that coming. With that kind of power coming from that Coyote engine, absolutely incredible. Let's have a look at the gearbox tuning. This is what we've gone for today. 2.07 ratio. This may not be perfect, but it will definitely get us down the drag strip. A recorded 85 kilometers an hour in first gear, up to 397 in fifth gear. But I've definitely been hitting speeds a little bit higher than that, so I think the rev limiter may have been played with just a little bit for this one. This has got an ECU in it, fully tuned and ready to go, 16%. Little short just up here. Don't forget to check it out if you want to learn how to easily tune your ECU every time. There's also a link in the description to that short video, or just click on the shorts link on my channel. It's very easy to find. But there we go, that's enough of that. Let's get this beast onto the drag strip and try and win a tournament. On the drag strip with the Dark Horse Mustang, we'll be able to get this beast onto the speederboard today. I'm not sure, but let's get in and let's find out. King of the Sands, 1 mile A-class, pay our 1,000 entry fee. And who have we got with us today? Our first race is against the version 4 Unicorn. I can see there's probably going to be a lot of Mustangs in here. There is quite a few. Who have we got with us, though? French Toast in the version 2 Unicorn. Loving that one. Matteo in the Dodge Charger 777. We're also in a 777 edition here as well. Who else have we got? The Ceiling Fan Man. I have no idea who that is. I think someone might have changed their name. In a version 2 Unicorn. Pretty epic. We've got to try and beat our first race against this version 4 Unicorn. So let's get in. Let's go. Two wildly different era Mustangs, both heavily tuned, wide-bodied, and looking absolutely awesome. One livery does look slightly better than the other, but we won't mention any names. Let's just get in and try and beat the version 4 Unicorn. Let's go. Come on, Foxbody Mustang, you can do it. In off the line, into second, into third, and we haven't spun out, which is definitely a good sign. And now we can really get that power down, and flying away, off we go. Goodbye, Unicorn. Not the contender I thought you were going to be there, but I'm sure this is still going to be pretty close. Nonetheless, let's get across the line. And what have we got for our first run? An 8.431 seconds. We're under 9 seconds already. Absolutely loving that one to the quarter of a mile. 19.373 to the 1 mile. And a top speed of 447 kilometers an hour. Absolutely incredible. Although we didn't get the best off the line. It wasn't too bad, but not the best at all. But we've absolutely smashed our first race. I say smashed. We've only just beaten it, but I'll take it. We're through to the next round. Can we make it through to the final? Let's keep going. Let's find out. French Toast, Matteo, and the Ceiling Fan Man all made out in the first round, which is a bit of a shame. But we've made it through to the next round. And now we're against another Mustang. This is the Ford Mustang GT66. Pretty epic. How many Mustangs have we got left? 1, 2, 3 different Mustangs still in there. Let's try and make it through this round and make it into that semi-final. Well, it's the same era Mustangs again. One just slightly less modified. Not quite as much, so we should have this. But you never know what the tune is under that hood. So let's get in. Let's go. Come on, Mustang. Let's do this off the line. Not going to be a good start. The first gear in this one is pretty weird. But there we go. Into second, into third even, into fourth. Are we going to catch it? Come on, Foxbody Mustang. You dark horse, you can do it. Catch it and fly past it as we try and not crash into the barrier as well. Loving that. We've made it through to the next round. That's pretty epic. Is this going to be a better run than our first run? 8.437 is ever so slightly slower than our first run, which was an 8.431. So we're happy with that. It was very, very close. 19.381 to the 1 mile. Again, not quite as good as our first run. And the speed a little bit slower at 446 kilometers an hour. But it doesn't matter because we're still in. Let's see who we've got in that semi-final. There's still 3 Mustangs left in this race, along with a Nissan Skyline GTR Drag. Our next opponent is the Ford Mustang Drag. I wonder what era that one is going to be. And will we make it into the final? Well, this is the real showcase. The same era Mustangs, one of them being the Drag Edition, or one of them being 777 Edition. Absolutely fantastic. Who's going to take the title here? I know it's not quite the title because we're only in the semi-final. But who's going to take the title of the Mustang and Drag off? Let's go. Come on, you beautiful little beast. I know off the line isn't going to be the best, but let's just get it into second and then into third without twitching too much. And we are in the lead. Are we in the lead? We are in the lead. And that was a pretty good start, if I'm being honest. So let's get this beast across the line. And this may be our best run of the day. Fingers crossed. Let's find out. Across the line. What have we got? 8.447. No, it is still not as good as our first run, which was an 8.431. 19.408 to the 1 mile. Again, not quite as good as our first run. And the speed, again, just a little bit slower. But we did make it through. We are absolutely staying in this. And we managed to smash that one to the 1/4 mile, which I'm a little bit surprised at. It was a little closer to the 1 mile. But we were still about a second better off. But they had a better top speed than us, which is very intriguing. But we've made it into the final. Let's see who we've got. We've run out of Ford Mustang opponents. Now we've got the Nissan Skyline GTR Drag Edition. Will we be able to beat this one for that final place and take the top spot in this drag tournament? Well, here we are then for the final race of the day. It's the Drag Edition and Nissan Skyline versus the 777 edition of the Foxbody Mustang, tuned and customized by myself. Who's going to win this one? Hopefully it'll be us. I'd love it when we win a tournament. So let's get on. Let's go. Final race of the day. Off the line. Is it going to be any good? Into second. A little bit of spinning there into third. And we are currently in the lead. So we will take it into fourth. Let's get into top gear and see if we can have our best run of the day for our final run of the day. Let's just get this beast across the line. I think we've won this tournament. There we go. Absolutely loving that. What have we got? 8.389. So that is definitely our quickest run of the day to the 1/4 mile. Very, very happy with that. 19.313 to the 1 mile. Again, pretty epic with a top speed of 447 kilometers an hour. That is the best run of the day. Very happy with that. But let's go find out where it's going to sit on the speederboard after we've got back and collected our winnings. There's our winnings of 11,250. I love seeing that screen when it says, congratulations, you won. Very happy with that. Let's take that, which obviously mitigates our 62 credits we had lost at the beginning of this episode. So we're already up on profit. But let's get back to the garage, get this beast onto the speederboard, and then get it sold on for hopefully some tasty profit. I think that engine looks absolutely fantastic. Beautiful looking in there, but there we go. We managed the drag strip in 8.389 seconds to the quarter of a mile, 19.313 to the 1 mile, with a top speed of 447 kilometers an hour from this absolute dark horse of a Mustang, pitting it 22nd on the speeder board out of 92. So definitely doing well there. Absolutely love that. Fantastic. But let's talk some facts and figures about this beast. I bought the car for $2,027. It was in a little bit of a state, but we spent $90,796 upgrading, modifying, and tuning this beast, paying our total spend at $92,823. Is there some money to be made from this beautiful Foxbody Dark Horse Mustang? Let's get in. Let's take a look. Well, there it is, all 100% finished. Absolutely incredible. That engine massively ramped up from 881 horsepower to 1,929, a gain of 119% from that beautiful Coyote engine that we did swap out. Did have the FME with much lower base horsepower in, but we did swap it to the Coyote for fun, and we made that engine look epic, and we made it per winning the drag strip. Winning the drag tournament. Didn't win the drag strip, it's not mine. Winning the drag tournament, and obviously taking some extra money, but it cost us $92,823 in total. Is there some normal money to be made? That's close. With a sale of $120,003, that does leave us with profit of $27,180 plus our $11,250 from the drag strip winnings. Pits us $38,430 profit from this beautiful Mustang coming on September the 3rd by Payne. I will try and remember to put a link in the description to this video at a later date when it is released, but we'll probably just do another one closer to the time, slightly after it's been released, and put the link in that one, because this is pretty epic, and you know me, I do love a Mustang. But it's time to say goodbye to this one. Off you go. We'll take our little bit of profit, because profit's always profit. We did move the Bolt just up here, taking away, what did we take away? The Honda S2000. The Nissan S2000, that would have been weird. Taking away the Honda S2000 and pitting the Bolt just up there. Looking fantastic. I do love that one. Looking pretty good. But what have we got up next? Well, this is my competition entry, the Bolt Chapman. You can see it's had some work done at the front there. We'll talk more about that in the episode. Considerably lower and a little bit extra at the back with quad exhaust pipes. We shall find out more. A bit of center console on there as well. But in the episode, we will definitely find out more. But let's talk about this one. This is the Bolt Chapman. We've called it the VM Slammed because it's my edition, and it is pretty low, if we're being honest. We got it from the auction house, and did we get a good deal? No, of course we didn't. I bought it for $7,495 and could sell it for $6,057. Losing out on $1,438, but I'm sure we'll be able to make some money on this beautiful looking car by the time we are finished with it. The engine in it, that is the V12 HE from the Jaguar XJS. Very low on horsepower, but this one isn't about racing. This is all about style and looks. I don't even know if we're going to take this one racing around a track or two. I might just ask you guys to vote. Give it a score out of 10 and make a new board that's just based on looks out of 10. We shall find out. This is what we're going to be working on Wednesday. So do make sure you join us back here on Wednesday when we're going to finish this beautiful custom Bolt Chapman. You can see the customization on the hood there looking pretty fantastic. What did you think of today's beautiful build of the Foxbody Mustang coming to the workshop very, very soon? Are you looking forward to that one? It's a pretty good, fun car, and it's definitely got a lot of power. If you like going down the drag strip, that's definitely one for you. Thank you so much for watching, though. If you did enjoy it, do leave us a cheeky little thumbs up. Don't forget to let me know what you think in the comments below. Share this video far and wide, but make sure you are subscribed. Click that big subscribe button if you're not, and welcome to the VM family. Thank you for sticking around to the end. It is one of the best ways you can support me. Have a beautiful day, whatever it is you're getting up to, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.
Like and subscribe for Virtual Mechanic.